Hey everyone! Today is an exciting day, one that I've been waiting for a few weeks now, and that is garden cleanup day. I am so excited to get all of the dead things out of the garden, especially after that last freeze. Now it's been a few weeks and I've been able to see like what can get pruned or removed and making way for the spring garden planting. So I'm hoping to get a lot done today, and then hopefully setting myself up for getting some seeds planted. I ordered a few new seeds for this season and everything is going to be directly sown. Since it's already the end of February, I didn't really get a chance to start anything indoors, so I'm trying out some new seeds to be able to plant directly in the garden. But before I'm able to do that, I have to actually clean things up and get the beds prepared. So I have quite a few things that I need to get taken care of today, but I'm hoping that I can get all of that done before I wipe myself out. It is a gorgeous day here in Houston, Texas. Probably about, let's see, 75 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. So I am really excited to spend some quality time outside in my garden. Let's go ahead and just first take a look to see like what all needs to get done, and then I'm gonna get started, and hopefully, yeah, by the end of this session we'll have a really good foundation for the plantings. And yeah, so let's go ahead and turn it around and take a look. So in the herb bed, I don't know, one of my cameras fell. In the herb bed, or not camera, solar light, I have the lemongrass that needs to get cleaned up and the remnants of the dill. So that's the lemongrass there. So that'll get cleaned up, and then I'm going to put some fresh herbs in there. Probably going to plant some sage in there. And then let's see what else. Over here in the second herb bed, I'm going to clean up that tarragon, and there's also that weed that's growing there, so I'm going to get rid of that. There's the old strawberries that just completely failed, the old basil plants, so I'm going to get rid of those. The big project for today is the tomato bed, this mess. Oh, and there's even like some mold in there. Ugh, I hate the slime mold. I'm gonna get all of this cleaned up. I'm so excited. And then maybe my second project is going to be to rebuild this trellis. I had used this, like, it's the Vigo like metal trellis, but it comes with this like natural like jute, and it did not even last a season. A tomato worm chewed through it, and also it's pretty weathered. And so I have some nylon netting that I'm going to put up instead, because that lasts way longer. The lemon tree, we're starting to see some new growth, which is so exciting. I don't know if you can see it in the footage here, but we have some new like leaves sprouting, which I'm so excited about. I just want to cut back all of the like the brown dieback, but ultimately the Meyer lemon actually pulled through really well. So I'm just going to clean up all these dead branches or the dead tips here, and then this will be set up really well for success. You can see some little blossoms in here, which is really exciting. Not as many as there were before the freeze, but hopefully it'll put out some new ones now that we're in nice weather. Second big project is going to be the peas, cleaning these up. Although some of them have rebounded. Like this is actually all looking really good. The same thing over here, there's some fresh ones. So, but I'm going to clean up all of these like dying and dead pods here, or vines, because yeah, that's gross. Ordered some new pea seeds as well. And then I'm going to clean up the broccoli, and look at that. Oh, so nice to see the heads and growing in there. Oh yeah, look at that. So I'm going to harvest those today because they're just about ready to go. This one had some new ones as well. Oh, look at that, so beautiful. This one's starting to grow back in, which is really nice. Kale is gonna get cleaned up today. Look at the onions though. Oh man. Looking so beautiful. Nice. Alright. So I pretty much have my work cut out for me. Nothing to do really on the patio today. So let's go ahead and get started. I started off with the 2 front herb beds. These currently have some stuff growing in them. The one that I'm working on right now, it has oregano and parsley. It also had some lemongrass growing and some dill growing, and the lemongrass didn't do the best. I think that was probably not the right spot for it. The dill did great. I was able to harvest a few bunches off of that, but it just did not make it through the freeze. I did end up replanting some seeds, so hopefully those will arrive and germinate soon, but the lemongrass was a little bit tricky to fully uproot. The first one was fine, but the second one was giving me a lot of struggles. Like, I had to really, like, yank that one out. Muster all my strength to get it out of there. It really hung on for dear life, but I was able to get it out and ultimately get that bed nice and ready for some more herbs. You know, these front 2 beds, I really want to keep them low growing, ultimately have some just herbs and maybe some low growing flowers. In the past I've done chamomile in there. Yeah, like an urban tea garden. Moved on to the second bed. This one is a lot more empty right now. There's currently really just some scallions growing. I also had some Mexican tarragon growing in there, but that did not make it through the freeze, and a weed started to overtake it. But I originally had some strawberries growing in there. They did not do very well there either. Those were some plant starts that I bought, I think at Home Depot, and they never really took off. And then this bed tends to get pretty overloaded by ants and other bugs, and so if it is not quick growing and quick to establish, it typically doesn't do so well. But I also had some basil plants growing in here, and those did exceptionally well. You'll see here that I'm pulling out one of the plants, and the roots are pretty big. And then there's actually 2 in there, and they got quite large. Like, they were spilling over the sides of that bed and attracting so many bees and butterflies, and definitely going to replant those there as well, because I love basil, love making pesto out of it and incorporating it into other recipes. But yeah, I usually grow it as an annual just because it gets so big and woody and a little bit unruly. Up next, I moved into the tomato bed. Now, this was the biggest project of the day. This tomato bed just got completely out of control. The vines collapsed the trellis, even though a tomato hornworm also helped collapse that trellis by literally chewing through the ropes. What remained there just could not hold up the rest of the tomato plants. Like, it was massive. So I just let it go, and then the freeze completely took it out. So here we see that big spaghetti mess of the trellis bed, or the tomato bed, and it was not that fun to cleaning up. It was just a lot of cutting through those vines, and then it was also the string, which was a natural jute that came with that trellis, but it didn't even last halfway through the season. So I also had to deal with that because it was all tied up in the tomato vines. So this was by far the biggest effort of the day, and because it was also all super dry and starting to decompose, it was like very moldy, very dusty. I did also find a friend when I was cleaning things up though. This little frog was on one of the solar lights, and so I had to take a little break to get that on camera. But yeah, this took quite a while to get all cleaned up. My GoPro kept also overheating, so I didn't get all of this on camera, which is a shame because that main vine was massive. Like the width of it was probably the size of my wrist. So now I know that if you just let tomatoes go for 8 months, man, it'll turn into a tree. Then I moved on to the lemon tree, but first I had to dispose of the tomato plant and, everything that I had been accumulating in that wheelbarrow. So took that out to the compost bin that's on the side of the backyard, and that compost bin is great because I basically put all of the old big scraps and leaves and everything in there, and definitely want to build another one at some point because the only downside to it right now is there's not really a good way to turn it, so I just kind of add things on top of it as I go, and it's about almost 2 years old now at this point, and I haven't ever really turned it, but things are happening in there, it does keep shrinking, but it would be really great to be able to turn it, so maybe that'll be a summer project. And we basically built it out of old pallets, so we haven't really gotten any new pallets in a while, so we would probably have to build it from scratch, but that is a project for another day. Once I got back to the lemon tree, I ended up realizing that it probably made sense to actually remove the Christmas lights first before I went on any further and accidentally cut through them. These Christmas lights are the incandescent lights that I put up before the big freeze that we had at the beginning of February, and they worked out really well. Like, they kept that tree very toasty. I also had a frost cloth over it, and I completely closed down that frost cloth over the tree by clipping it to the edge of that bed, and with those lights underneath, under that cloth was probably 10 degrees warmer than it was on the outside. Like, it worked out really well, almost too well, because when I finally uncovered it, maybe about 48 hours after the freeze, once things warmed up to about the 40s, the tree was quite stressed and quite dry because it was pretty warm in there. But luckily the tree survived. We only had some dieback on those branches, which is what I'm cleaning up here. And once these dead branches are pruned back, the tree is going to start putting out some really great growth. I mean, even when I was pruning it here, I could see the little budlets of the leaves about to break through, and just giving it this prune and making sure that it's not putting any more energy into those dead branches means that it's going to bounce back even better and hopefully give me a really good harvest this year. Then I moved into the long vegetable bed, the back one, and this one didn't really have a whole lot of cleanup, really just the pea vines, and some of them were actually starting to bounce back at this point. I had waited a few weeks before doing the spring cleanup because I wanted to be able to see what was truly dead versus what was maybe stressed. And so the peas ended up coming back, at least a couple of them did. There was probably about 8 plants here, and 3 of them survived. It's not as pretty as it was before the freeze, but it should be producing at least some kind of edible harvest. But yeah, here I just had to clean these up and pull them out away from the trellis. But once I was able to get some clumps, this was a much easier and smoother effort. The last step was to do the front raised bed for the vegetables, and this one didn't have a whole lot either. This one just had the kale that I had to clean up, and so that was really, really easy to pull. And then just cleaning up some of the leaves from the broccoli. So otherwise, everything pulled through pretty well in this bed. The onions were thriving, so I'm super excited about harvesting those within the next few months. And then the broccoli was already starting to put out some little baby broccolis, and so it was just a matter of getting rid of some of the old leaves that were decaying. So as we'll see here, not a whole lot to do there, but just everything looks so nice and clean and fresh and green, and I'm really excited to continue to harvest and then fill in that spot with that where the kale was. Thanks so much for joining me today. I mean, it's a hot day. My GoPro keeps overheating actually, so I think that's a good signal that it is time to take a break. Get some lunch, and then might get back out here and maybe start getting the trellis up on the tomato bed. If I don't get to that today, then it'll happen eventually, because I would love to film that as well. But great day, perfect weather. It's a little bit hot. I'm definitely dripping a little bit, but it's a good day. Feels so good to have that done. Anyway, till next time, bye.